It's January 21st, and this reading is for Gemini. There's something important you need to see today. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles shows hardship sharp enough to bite. You might be avoiding bank statements or dodging calls from anyone asking about money. That tension between wanting to break free and worrying if you'll have enough to get by. It's like standing outside in the cold, watching everyone else inside by the fire. You're feeling isolated, and that feeling is real. Don't let that isolation spiral into self-pity. The Five of Pentacles warns against withdrawing. You might be tempted to hide your struggles, but that only deepens the chill. Reach out for support, even if it feels uncomfortable. You don't have to carry this alone. I'm seeing you reassess financial priorities here. Maybe it's time to look at your budget with fresh eyes. Cut what's unnecessary. Stop ignoring those bills or hoping they'll go away. It's painful, yes, but necessary. Actually, no, this isn't just about money. It's about the feeling of being left behind. You might be skipping invitations, avoiding friends, or pulling away from your community because you feel like you can't keep up. Isolation makes the cold worse. Even if your wallet's thin, your tribe can be rich in support. Don't fall into the trap of believing you're alone in this. That's the pitfall. There are resources, help, maybe even unexpected offers of kindness waiting for you if you open up. A nudge to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. I'm seeing a push-pull here. Freedom on one side, fear on the other. You want to break free from financial stress and emotional isolation, but the cost feels too high. Reassess. Stop hiding. So, Gemini, what are you avoiding? That bank statement? That call? That difficult conversation? It's uncomfortable, yes. But the alternative is staying out in the cold. And you're meant for warmth, connection, and community. Remember, the tension you feel between freedom and fear is real, but you can ease it by stepping into support rather than stepping away. It's a moment asking you to act, not to retreat. Now, choose to move toward help, not away from it. Don't let financial struggle or isolation define this chapter. There's a way through. Start by knocking on the door you've been avoiding. Seven of Swords shows up here sharp. It's all about strategy, secrecy, and yes, deception. I'm seeing you moving in quiet ways, maybe keeping certain plans close to your chest. There's something you don't want everyone to know, not yet at least. Don't fool yourself into thinking hiding everything is the best move. Seven of Swords warns against blind trust, but it also flags the danger of overdoing secrecy. You might be guarding your interests, but hold on, watch for overcomplication. Sometimes the simplest path gets tangled when you add too many layers of strategy. The Seven of Swords talks about cunning moves, but also about the risk of feeling isolated because of them. Maybe you're making decisions without full transparency to those close to you. You could be keeping secrets from a partner or a friend, thinking it protects you or them. But what if it's just building walls instead? The card pushes you to protect yourself, yes, but not at the cost of connection. There's more here. This card says be strategic, not sneaky for the sake of it. It's fine to plan and maneuver, but don't let your mind spin stories that aren't true or make you paranoid. Seven of Swords can tempt you to assume hidden motives in others that aren't there. Don't give energy to that. I'm seeing a tension between your need for freedom and the fear of being vulnerable. You want to keep control, but what if control means shutting people out? The Seven of Swords says be vigilant, but don't shut your heart down. There's a fine line between being cautious and building a fortress around yourself. You might be strategizing on your future, maybe figuring out how to get ahead or protect your resources. That's smart. But the card also reminds you, don't let secrecy breed mistrust. If you're hiding your true feelings or intentions too much, it could backfire. Someone might feel pushed away or confused. You don't want to end up isolated because you thought you had to play it all by yourself. Here's a behavioral anchor. Are you dodging tough conversations? Are you avoiding being fully honest because you fear the fallout? Seven of Swords calls you to face that. You should protect your interests, but don't make secrecy a habit that breaks down trust with people who matter. If you're feeling like you have to be sneaky or that others are out to get you, check yourself. Sometimes the fear of deception is bigger than the actual threat. This card challenges you to be smart, not paranoid. I'm seeing a chance to recalibrate your approach. Be strategic, yes, But balance it with openness where it counts. Let the people close to you in on your plans when it's safe. Keep your boundaries firm, but don't close the door completely. Seven of Swords is about walking that line between protecting your space and staying connected. Remember earlier when feeling left out was a big theme? Seven of Swords here asks, are you creating that distance by hiding too much? Maybe openness is the key to breaking that pattern. Not reckless honesty, but thoughtful sharing. So, what's next? Protect your interests, stay sharp, but don't let secrecy isolate you. Be clear on what needs to stay private and what can be shared. That clarity will help you avoid the trap of overcomplicating simple issues. Seven of Swords says, be clever, but also be real. Knight of Wands. I'm seeing a burst of energy here, like you're ready to jump back into something fast and fiery. Knight of Wands screams impulsiveness, charging ahead without a second thought. This is something you already grasp. Old patterns are knocking at your door, whispering, go, now. But wait, there's a catch. The Knight of Wands is all about passion and adventure, but it's also a warning. You might be confusing enthusiasm for clear direction. Maybe you're diving headfirst into projects without a real plan. Remember that tension with secrecy and strategy from earlier? That's the trap. Hold on. I'm seeing you sprinting toward new opportunities, fueled by restless energy. It feels urgent, like if you don't act now, you'll lose your chance. But here's the truth. Acting without thinking could burn you out fast. You don't want to end up exhausted, or worse, repeating the same mistakes you promised yourself you'd avoid. I'm not saying stop moving. Stay open to new paths, explore, take risks, but don't let the fire consume you. You can't pour from an empty cup. Pace yourself. Look before you leap. What's the real goal behind your rush? Is it escape or growth? You might be overcommitting again, saying yes to too many ventures because the excitement feels good. Check your boundaries. Are you running towards something meaningful or just running from the discomfort of stillness? The energy is there. Use it wisely. I'm seeing a cycle. Awareness of old urges, then a rush to override that awareness with action. It's not just about having energy, it's about directing it with intention. Don't mistake momentum for progress. You're in the thick of realizing these impulses aren't new. They're resurfacing despite your better judgment. That's okay. Awareness is the first step. Now, choose how to respond. Will you jump blindly or take a moment to plan? Think about earlier tensions. Freedom versus financial fear. Strategy versus secrecy. It's like racing a motorcycle without checking the brakes. Fun until it isn't. So here's the call. Embrace the spark, but don't burn the house down. Channel your enthusiasm into projects with clear steps. Say no to overcommitment. Take breaks. Recharge. Adventure is yours, but it's not a sprint. It's a journey. This card asks for honest self-checks. When you feel that rush to act, pause and ask, am I moving toward what truly matters or just fleeing what scares me? The answer keeps you grounded. Use it to break free from old cycles, but don't let it drag you into chaos. Keep your eyes open. Stay deliberate. The adventure is ahead, not behind the impulsive impulse. Page of Wands. This card is all about curiosity and exploration. Hold on. This is your green light to start poking around new ideas, even if they feel a little wild or uncertain. You knew that turning point was coming, the moment to release what no longer fits. The Page of Wands is showing you how to do that by opening a door, not slamming it shut. What needs to go? Old fears. Fear of the unknown, fear of starting something fresh. That's what's been holding you back. Stop stalling. I'm seeing you standing at the edge of possibility, clutching a spark. It's a new hobby, a different career path, maybe even a fresh way of thinking about yourself. Explore it. Don't dismiss it just because it seems unfamiliar or risky. Curiosity is your tool here. Use it like a flashlight in the dark. But seriously, don't get overwhelmed. New beginnings are exciting, but too many can paralyze you. You don't have to jump into everything at once. Pick one thing, the most compelling, the one that makes you want to learn more. Then dive in head first. You knew the impulse to rush was strong. Earlier, the tension between impulsive enthusiasm and thoughtful direction was loud. This is your fix. You start small, but with clear purpose. That's how you channel your energy into something meaningful, not just distraction. Don't stifle your creativity now. If you've been holding back ideas, stop. Put pen to paper, take that class, send that message, start that project. Anything to get the momentum flowing. Waiting too long kills the buzz. Fear of failure, fear of looking silly, fear of the unknown. These are chains you can break. This is your chance to step out. Remember, this moment of clarity isn't just about what you release. It's about what you embrace next. A reminder that new beginnings come with questions, exploration, and learning. That's the point. So, what's the smallest action you can take right now? Pick up a book, make a call, sketch an idea. Start that new chapter with curiosity, not hesitation. You've done the hard work of release. Now is about opening up and exploring. That spark you hold? It's not just a flicker. It's the start of something alive. Don't blow it out with doubt. Feed it with action. Let your curiosity lead the way. That's how you turn the page for real. 5 of Wands reversed. This card is shouting avoidance, but not the peaceful kind. It's the kind where you dodge the fight, but the fight doesn't go away. The 5 of Wands reversed pushes you to look inside for that internal struggle you've been burying. You knew it was there. You've been pretending it's quiet, but it's loud, gnawing. I'm seeing you sidestepping conflict, maybe with someone close or even with yourself. You didn't say what needed saying. You held back a hard truth. You thought ignoring it would bring peace. Actually, no. That silence is just tension wearing a mask. You avoided the argument, but now it's turning inward. That's the trap here. Avoidance isn't resolution. This card asks, what are you running from? What conversation are you postponing? Maybe it's easier to push down your feelings, to keep the peace on the surface. Avoiding necessary confrontations only builds walls inside. It's like tightening a knot that strangles your peace later. Hold on. The 5 of Wands reversed also says there's a turning point. You're close to a moment of clarity. You see what needs to be released. It's not the other person or situation. It's your own resistance to facing the mess. You've got to meet it head on. The discomfort now is the gateway to real peace later. I want you to act here. Name that fear or frustration you've been brushing aside. Say the words you've been holding back, even if just to yourself. Write them down, talk it out. This card is urging you to stop internalizing stress. Don't let it fester inside, that's poison. Be careful not to mistake quiet for harmony. Just because you're not fighting out loud doesn't mean the battle is over. This card warns against suppressing emotions. Bottling up anger, disappointment, or hurt will only explode when you least expect it. You can't seal the lid forever. Remember the tension you felt earlier? The fear of isolation, the urge to hide behind secrecy, the rush to escape discomfort? It's time to face what you avoided. The real battle is inside you, and it's asking for resolution. You don't have to do this alone. Earlier, you saw how connection matters. Now lean on that. Bring someone you trust into the conversation, or at least be honest with yourself first. This card is about peace, but that peace is earned, not given. I'm seeing a release here. When you finally confront that internal conflict, the tension loosens. You don't have to keep spinning in circles or wearing a mask of calm. The fight isn't the enemy, it's the avoidance that's hurting you. So, what's the truth you've been avoiding? What needs to be said? Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it. Because the longer you hold back, the harder it gets. This card is a wake-up call. Face your inner battle, find the resolution, find peace. All right, Gemini, here we are, the final stretch. I'm seeing a lineup that's calling you to put it all together. The 5 of Pentacles opens the door. Financial struggle, feeling left out in the cold. You already got this figured out. Maybe you've been avoiding those bank statements, pretending the problem will fix itself. You can't keep ignoring the reality of your situation. The 5 of Pentacles says, ask for help. Reassess your priorities. Embrace your community. Isolation only feeds the fear. Next comes the 7 of Swords. Now, this card's tricky. It's about deception, sure, but not just from others. Sometimes the biggest secrets we keep are from ourselves. Are you hiding your true intentions? Maybe you've been strategizing alone, not trusting anyone. Actually, no. Too much secrecy only builds walls. Be strategic, yes, but stay vigilant. Protect your interests without shutting out your people. Balance is everything here. Then the Knight of Wands rushes in, waving his flag of passion and impulsiveness. I see you, Gemini, ready to jump headfirst into something new. That excitement is electric, but hold on. Acting without a plan leads to burnout. Channel that energy. Don't mistake enthusiasm for direction. Use that fire to fuel a focused adventure, not a reckless sprint. Followed up by the Page of Wands, Curiosity Incarnate. This card is your green light to explore new ideas and start fresh projects. But watch out for overwhelm. Too many possibilities can freeze you in place. Take small steps. Start that hobby, research that career path. The Page of Wands urges you to stay curious but grounded. This one's about avoiding conflict, but it's not the peace you want. Avoidance is just a band-aid. That internal struggle? It's still there, growing bigger. Page of Wands pushes you to face what you've been suppressing. Have those tough conversations. Confront those buried emotions. True peace comes from resolution, not silence. And then, bam, Judgment. The final call. Judgment demands self, reflection, reckoning, awakening. Look back at your past actions without judgment. What patterns are you ready to release? What truths have you been afraid to face? Journaling, deep thought, honest self-assessment, this is your ticket to renewal. Don't resist change. Embrace the transformation waiting for you. Finally, the Page of Pentacles closes the scene. Practical manifestation. New opportunities that require grounded action. The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. Set realistic goals. Start small but stay consistent. Page of Pentacles reminds you, dreams without practical steps stay just dreams. So, Gemini, here's the big picture. You started feeling isolated and scared about finances. You tried to protect yourself with secrecy and impulsive action. You hesitated, avoided conflict, and now it's time to wake up. Face those shadows. Be honest with yourself and others, just like that moment you wanted to look away earlier. Channel your energy into practical, grounded steps. This is integration. Shadow work paired with real-world action. Don't retreat, don't hide. The community you feared losing is there. The clarity you sought, even when it felt uncomfortable earlier, is within reach. The passion you felt can carry you forward, if you steer it wisely. The new beginnings you crave are real, but they need roots. Remember, the work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. Start with one small step today. Check that bank statement. Have that honest conversation. Write down that goal. Take that breath before you sprint. You've got this, Gemini. The last card says it loud and clear. Manifestation follows awakening. Action follows reckoning. Freedom follows facing the truth. Now go claim it. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like and subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.